Camilla has had enough. After years of whispers and royal missteps, she's allegedly drawing a brutal line in the sand, and Meghan Markle is standing in the crosshairs. Rumors claim Queen Camilla is demanding a public palace declaration accusing Meghan of financial misconduct. Not a quiet warning. Not a back-channel reprimand. A full-blown takedown. This isn't drama. This is strategy. It's cold, it's calculated, and it's in motion.
So much fun.
You and I are so similar. You and I...
With your guests, when was the last time you were surprised and delighted?
Last night, and also this morning, but last night when I went back to my hotel, and then you'd put your thumbprint in, which is what makes it a fun group activity, and you could fill it with jam, you could do chocolate, anything you like, of course.
This woman is a born manipulator. The Netflix thing, she doesn't do the work. She don't make the jams. It's all made for her.
Oh my gosh, I worked so hard.
Meghan's entire royal standing could be obliterated. If Camilla gets her way, this won't be a scandal. It'll be an execution. What began as a financial review has escalated into a palace power play, and it may only be the beginning. The mask has come off. Behind palace walls, Camilla's private team, long known for quiet maneuvering, has allegedly flipped the switch. Now, they're playing hardball. What used to be hushed conversations over tea have become full-scale strategy sessions with one goal: eliminate Meghan's influence. According to insiders, staff close to Camilla are calling for a communication lockdown.
She talks like she's a one-woman band. That is not hard work. Hard work is get up in the morning, get to 7 o'clock, get into a factory or a shop and working for 10 hours on your feet, coming home knackered. That's not what happens to her.
And still being a mom.
That is
still
not
being a
what happens
mom.
to her.
She spreads her legs, she hikes her dress, she circles her genitals.
Meghan's name is being wiped from internal briefs. Her invitations?
Pulled.
Her access?
Cut.
Sources say high-ranking aides are holding private meetings in sealed rooms, with no royal press officers present and no Charles in sight. The king, apparently, is being iced out of discussions entirely. Whether that's to protect him or to sideline him, no one knows. But it's a move that signals this isn't just royal business. It's a takedown operation. Camilla's team isn't bothering with subtlety anymore.
The whole Meghan Markle situation has been getting out of control, not just over at Netflix, but also at other studios ever since she posted that viral video, that pregnancy video.
Well, good evening from London. Welcome to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Today, Harry and Meghan torched what little was left of their relationship with the royal family and what little was left, frankly, of their own reputations. Last week was mostly sickish old revelations with a new twist. As it turns out, we've apparently been wrong all along. Britain is a nasty, racist hellhole where only magnificent Meghan stood up to all this. And
They're building walls, closing ranks, and shutting doors. They're allegedly referring to it as containment protocol. Meghan's perceived damage to the crown has pushed them into what one staffer reportedly called crisis defense mode. This isn't protocol, it's a purge. The knives are out, and the target is clear. Meghan didn't just walk into the lion's den. She brought fire to the throne, and now Camilla's team is burning the bridges behind her. And the hit didn't stop there. Every war needs a trigger. And Camilla may have found hers in a confidential report that allegedly crossed her desk, highlighting financial discrepancies linked to Meghan's growing business empire.
Did you see my baby mama dance? I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you, the timing of that, we maybe watched it like 20 times yesterday, and I was like, is that her?
Oh my God.
Is that Prince Harry there with the fingers and the, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, by the way, that wasn't yesterday.
No,
that was 4 years ago. So it's also a really great reminder that with all the noise or whatever people do, there's still a whole life, a real, authentic, fun life that's happening behind the scenes. I'm just grateful that now, being back on social as well, I have a place where I can share it on my own terms.
Yeah. Oh, it's so great. It's so authentic, isn't it?
Red flags tied to brand deals, licensing conflicts, and questionable nonprofit payouts reportedly caused alarms to sound behind palace gates. According to insiders, Camilla didn't just frown and file it away. She allegedly erupted. In a room filled with senior advisors, it's said she slammed her hand on the oak table and declared, "This cannot go unanswered." That moment, according to Palace Whispers, was when everything shifted. No more restraint. No more trying to keep the peace. This wasn't about jealousy. It wasn't about headlines. It was about control, and Camilla allegedly decided to seize it. From that moment forward, Meghan was no longer just a thorn in the side of the monarchy.
There's a real delight in being able to be a present parent. And it's a luxury sometimes because we all have to work. We all have a lot of stuff to do. But when you can take a minute to just...
Saturday morning.
That really backfired not just on whatever was left of her image, or even, of course, what she actually likes to pretend herself as some form of an actress, as some kind of a personality, whatever it may be.
She was now the face of what Camilla's circle viewed as a direct threat to the institution. They started crafting the strategy instantly. Internal emails flagged Meghan's dealings. Team members reviewed public filings. One even reportedly contacted outside counsel. The palace wasn't going to sit idle while Meghan grew her empire under their name. Not anymore. And then the leaks began. Nothing stays quiet forever. And this war? It's already spilling into the public eye. According to multiple anonymous palace sources, the inner circle around Camilla has gone operational, with information being strategically leaked to outside media. They're not being sloppy. They're being surgical. Text messages are surfacing. Voice notes are floating through the press.
No, the world's biggest victims right now are the Duke and Duchess of Netflix. And don't take my word for it.
This promise of once you're married, how hard I tried, no matter how good I was, no matter what I did, they were still going to find a way.
Everybody says she's a bully. She's very nasty. Not only is she incredibly controlling, but she's a bitch. About the end of every episode, it says, like, the starring, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex.
Yes.
That's how she's...
Meghan Markle, she may have stepped down from royal duties more than 5 years ago, but she keeps taking aim at the monarchy. The Duchess of Sussex has made reportedly at least half a dozen swipes at the royal family this year, and it's only June.
Side glances and offhand remarks are being documented, dissected, and passed along to the right ears. One insider claimed that Meghan is now referred to within the palace halls as the liability. That's not just shade. That's a branding effort. A full reframe. But it gets colder. A source said Camilla's media team is allegedly working hand in glove with former press officers to launch what's being called a slow drip campaign. It's not about one explosive headline. It's about planting subtle, reputation-wrecking seeds across dozens of outlets over weeks until the public doesn't question the fallout. They just accept it. Aid memos hint at an ongoing operation designed to separate the Sussex image from the monarchy entirely. This isn't damage control. It's a media assassination, a narrative shift. And based on the reaction from Camilla's team, this may be only phase one. Meanwhile, words hitting the public. The second whispers left the palace, the internet detonated. Hashtags began flooding timelines like a digital wildfire. Within hours, hashtag Meghan's liabilities hit trending status, followed by a sharp wave of support for the Queen consort under hashtag Camilla's Justice. Royal Twitter? Unhinged. Instagram reels dissecting alleged receipts. YouTube reactors rushing out emergency breakdowns. TikTok? A battleground of dueling edits, some painting Meghan as the victim, others portraying Camilla as the iron-willed protector of the crown. And the comments? They're vicious. People are dragging up old interviews, archived speeches, even wardrobe choices, twisting every frame into proof. News sites are now echoing the social feeds, publishing hour-by-hour coverage like it's a political scandal.
As ever, her new company, the very first thing she said was, look, you know, when I had the TIG, which was her previous lifestyle website, you know, I loved cooking and I loved gardening and being a hostess, and that she basically said I had to keep my light under a bushel at this time because of the royal family. Then we get her show, her Netflix show.
Hours of this Netflix series paint a very different, far uglier picture of this country and our royal family. This series, and they'll believe it. They'll believe the smears about Britain and our monarchy, that we're a bunch of bigoted and hateful people. They even blamed Brexit for the racism which apparently was aimed at Meghan Markle, which is just completely absurd. But by far the most sickening part of this show for me was the constant use of Harry's...
Some are asking if Meghan's brand can survive. Others are cheering for Camilla like she's the new face of royal vengeance. What's clear is this: the court of public opinion isn't waiting for the facts. They've already picked a side. And Meghan's PR machine? Silent. Her team hasn't issued a single denial. No damage control. No social media posts. Just a deafening, strategic silence. And in the world of media warfare, silence doesn't equal peace. It smells like preparation. And the lawyers are gearing up. Inside royal offices, the mood is cold steel. Legal teams are in motion. According to sources close to the palace, cease and desist letters are already being drafted. Defamation concerns? Allegedly logged. NDA violations? Allegedly tracked. Palace lawyers have dusted off the playbook used in past scandals, and this time, they're prepared to go scorched earth. But they're not alone. Meghan's team is reportedly assembling their own legal response. Her attorneys, often tight-lipped, are now said to be reviewing potential civil litigation angles if the palace issues a public declaration. That would open up a floodgate. Meghan wouldn't just fight back. She'd go nuclear. We're talking potential lawsuits, discovery subpoenas, even financial disclosures dragged into public view.
What matters is what we have on the inside.
Hello all. Sorry we're late. Our flight was delayed.
It was mint, though. Tell them we were in mint. They gave you a mint. How lovely. I have some gum in my purse if you'd like. Oh, we were in mint. It's like their business class. It's really nice. And
Meghan, I'm begging you to stop now.
Harry and Meghan are the problem. And while we're going to go over all the people that they've hired, just as a great reminder, the couple have hired plenty of professionals before. People at high levels who have worked for Bill Gates, Patagonia, all these sorts of things. And yet none of them have been successful. The common denominator in everything here is Harry and Meghan.
If Camilla follows through with a rumored public declaration, Meghan could be pushed into the fight of her life, one not fought with charm or media spin, but in cold, unforgiving courtrooms. For Camilla, this isn't about punishment. It's about precedent. Let one figure damage the crown unchecked, and the whole institution crumbles. That's the mindset her camp allegedly carries. This isn't a warning shot. It's a line in the sand. Cross it and you bleed. And inside the palace, nothing will ever be the same. The royal family's carefully constructed image of unity is splintering by the hour. Camilla's alleged power play has sparked a silent loyalty war, one that's reportedly dividing even the most tightly bound inner circles. Charles is caught in the middle. Some say he's paralyzed. Others claim he's been blindsided, unaware that Camilla's team had already mobilized before he could intervene. Staffers are allegedly shifting their allegiances behind closed doors. There are whispers that certain royal aides are leaking information to Meghan's camp, possibly out of fear, possibly out of defiance. Even the Queen's personal assistant, once thought to be neutral, is now rumored to be favoring Camilla's rise as the monarchy's backbone. And then there's Harry. Some insiders say he's out of the loop completely. Others claim he knows everything and is preparing a brutal counter. But one thing's clear. If Meghan retaliates and names names, it could collapse relationships inside the palace for good. Camilla isn't just clashing with Meghan, she's redrawing the monarchy's internal map. The firm lines of tradition are now jagged edges. This royal family has weathered scandal before, but never like this. This time, it's personal. And once trust is gone, especially royal trust, it never comes back. And outside royal walls, ripple effects are spreading. Behind the scenes, Meghan's once bulletproof brand is teetering. The sparkle is cracking. What was once an empire built on polished image, glossy interviews, and high-profile deals is now under forensic review. Insiders say brand partners are in panic mode. Some corporations tied to her philanthropic ventures and media projects are allegedly demanding full audits. Others are reviewing contracts line by line, looking for exit clauses, just in case the palace's move goes public. One podcast giant is rumored to have placed its multi-year deal with Meghan on indefinite pause. That's a signal. A warning. When the money slows down, the support dries up, and Meghan's influence is fueled by both. Even A-list influencers who once touted her projects like gospel are falling silent. Not a post, not a story, just a quiet retreat, like rats jumping off a yacht that's still floating, but starting to tilt. This is exactly what Camilla's inner circle wanted. The strategy wasn't to confront Meghan head-on with press statements or shouting matches. It was to hit her where it hurts. Behind a camera, behind the filters, behind the trademark deals. By applying pressure to her public alliances, they've triggered a quiet financial collapse, one domino at a time. Nobody needs to push. They just need to watch gravity do its job. The silence, the cold shoulders, the sudden contract reviews. None of it is random. It's the beginning of a quiet cull, a methodical effort to freeze Meghan out of relevance. But the message this sends, this alleged declaration against Meghan isn't a gossip headline. It's a signal fire. It tells the world something loud and clear. The monarchy isn't just watching, it's retaliating. Camilla's move, if true, sets a terrifying precedent. That no one, not even a duchess married into blood, is safe from the consequences of crossing the institution. It's a flex of power that echoes across generations. For decades, the royal family has lived behind protocol, never airing internal conflict unless absolutely necessary. But this breaks the mold. This sends a warning not just to Meghan, but to anyone watching, anyone wondering if the palace still has bite behind its polished smile. It tells Hollywood, think twice before hitching your brand to rebellion. It tells the press, the royals are done being silent punching bags. It tells every influencer, executive, or political figure trying to cozy up to Meghan's orbit, you're not untouchable. Align yourself with the wrong side, and you might just get iced too. Camilla isn't interested in playing the role of harmless step queen anymore. She's stepping into the spotlight, and she's not blinking. This isn't about PR. This is about legacy, about protecting a system, a crown, a family name, no matter how ruthless it looks from the outside. This isn't just a scandal. It's a reset, a purge disguised as protocol. And if the rumors are true, Meghan's not the only one watching it all burn. What began as financial scrutiny has spiraled into a full-scale palace offensive. Camilla isn't playing defense. She's rewriting the rules. Meghan isn't just under fire. She's in the crosshairs. Royal tradition, public image, alliances, legal threats. Every angle is being weaponized. The monarchy's future is on the line. And here's the question. Will Meghan fight back? Or will this be her downfall? Drop your take in the comments. Are you backing Camilla's show of might? Or do you think Meghan still has the cards to flip the board? The palace war has entered a new era, and everyone's watching.